What are you looking forward to most about the tournament this year?
Well, as usual, with our being our fourth year, we're really looking forward to the live streaming. Actually, last year and the year before, it proved to be fantastic and an excellent way to profile Sportsafe's name and get it out there amongst not only league players but schools and rec centres and colleges and universities, which is our predominant customer base for the services for Sportsafe.
Got these events as well and all the nice Sportsafe fans out there, so I guess it's a event that the whole staff get behind as well?
Absolutely, it's a bit of a privilege for them to get out there, have a weekend of fun and stand on the sidelines and join in with the barbecue and the players later on and help out with the presentation. It's something that all the staff really look forward to now. It's really enjoyable for them.
Heading into the fourth year of Sportsafe's sponsorship of the NINES, what's the motivation behind sponsoring this event?
Well, it's to obviously get our name out there. The live streaming is very important to us. We've seen the live streaming numbers climb every year to the tens of thousands now. So we think it's really important for us to keep our name up there, and we just want to continue on with the fantastic relationship we've had with the ARL and this event, not just for the up and coming fourth year, but for years to come.
Mark, we've obviously seen the Sportsafe brand around the grounds for a number of years now. Can you just start by telling us a little bit about what Sportsafe do?
Sure. Sportsafe is predominantly an inspection company first and foremost, and it's about keeping sporting equipment in a safe and playable and usable state, giving schools and rec centres etc. confidence that their equipment is usable by their players in a safe state.
I've seen some obviously horror stories in the news recently with things like snapped basketball hoops and that sort of thing. In this day and age, it's such an important thing for schools to get that health and safety right, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely, and we've seen even worse horror stories offshore in South America. A similar incident happened not that long ago, and unfortunately the person was killed during that event. So, here in New Zealand, the recent event you spoke of, the gentleman got a brain bleed, which is obviously pretty severe as it is, but at least he survived the event. And I suppose it's, out of those two events, it's a learning for people that they really need to take their sports maintenance seriously and have a good look at their equipment on a regular basis.
If someone from school is out there watching this, what's the step they take to get in touch with Sportsafe and get an inspection done?
Sure, well they can obviously grab our website, which is www.sportsafe.co.nz, or give us a call on our 0508 number, which is obviously a free call number, and give us a brief outline of where their school is and what type of equipment they've got, and we'll get an inspector out there to do an assessment. After the assessment's done, he'll do a full inspection. With his full inspection, he'll produce a full report with colour photographs and comments and suggestions on remedies, and if something needs replacing, a quote to replace, and that'll be furnished to them within 24 hours after the inspection.
Mark, you touched on the work you do with schools, but what about clubs?
Sure. We have a good relationship with many clubs throughout the country, and we do regular inspections on their equipment. Quite a lot of outdoor equipment assessments done at the club level, but it's not just clubs. We do recreation centres up to sort of 6-7 basketball courts at a time with their installed equipment, stuff bolted to the building. But we don't just stop there. We do uninstalled equipment, so that's things like vaulting horses, gymnastic equipment, trampolines. All of those things need to be kept in good working order, and unfortunately the nature of sports maintenance is that people normally leave things until they're broken or unusable before they seek a remedy for it. So, and as we all know, maintenance is the way to keep your costs down. So if you maintain equipment regularly, it'll stay in good working order and you won't need to replace it as often.
Sportsafe, obviously a growing business, you're now looking at franchising. Tell us a little bit about what's driven that, Mark.
Sure. Our customer base is getting bigger and bigger every year, and the demand for our services is growing to an extent where we feel that it's better to have an owner-operator in a van and get a relationship going in their area for the schools and recreation centres and etc. that they're going to be looking after, to develop a real personal approach to keep their communities in a safer state with someone who lives nearby. It has a lot more meaning, I think, to anybody in a community if they're using a local person who they can develop a personal relationship, and that's driven the idea of franchising out the Sportsafe model.
And Mark, what sort of people are you looking for in terms of these franchises?
The franchisees we're looking for, we want strongly sales motivated people who also have a trade type background, preferably. We're going to do complete induction training with them. We're going to teach them how to install our equipment. We're going to teach them how to maintain that equipment. There's a number of qualifications that they need to gain, but we will give them time to gain those before we put them on the road. They're going to need to have a full police background check. They're going to require to do a working at heights platform license. They're going to require to get a passport to go on to building sites, and a number of other bits and pieces. During the first year we'll be doing full training for playground inspections, and so it's a fairly in-depth model to get into, but anybody who's got good sales ability and has some sort of trade background will be into it without a problem at all with our training.
And anyone out there who is interested, what's the step to take in terms of contacting you?
Well, again, they can jump on our website and get an email address, or they can contact me directly. Mark at sportsafe.co.nz is my email.